I knew at some point the show would fly off the rails, and all it took was a jar of cocoa butter petroleum jelly, just in case. This is not necessary for the studio, is it? Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is
petroleum.
It's cocoa butter, a little Vaseline for lubrication of some sorts. All right, guys, that's enough of that. I'm scared to read the YouTube chat. I know Mr. Mahdi ain't in the damn chat. And that's all the freaks. Let's see. Not really a city girl. When I get married, my man better have stamina. There's no celibacy going on in my marriage. Thank you. That's the reason why you're married. Hump City. You got a hump. And sometimes just you come home from work and just go right after her. Just grab her. Come here, woman. Oh, no. Stop it. What are you doing? You know what I'm doing. Oh, don't throw me on the bed. That would be terrible. Get on the bed. Throws woman on bed. You know how it's supposed to be. And sometimes it's just a little quick wham bam.
Just don't grab her by the hoo-ha.
Actually, maybe. So it depends, you know.
Be careful, don't get canceled.
I'm talking about a beautiful, loving exchange between two married, committed people. As long as she is consenting and he is consenting, you can do whatever you want. She might say something like, grab me like a bowling ball. I don't know what she's going to say. That's not my business. Women say all sorts of things. Why do you have a lint roller? Why are there so many sexual toys around this studio? Why is that? And the way you
That wasn't my idea. That was Zach's. I have no clue what's going on today.
Reggio says 33 years clean, never heard of anyone dying from being sexless. Yes, of course. People that don't get any loving die sooner. I'm watching myself back on YouTube. That is wholly embarrassing. Rick, don't do nothing with that.
Oh, it's coming. It is. Yes, it is.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Don't do it. JD says the role play is going down. Zuri says age ain't nothing but a number. Age is nothing, my D. My knees are bad now.
Marcus, darling.
Oh, Mr. Mahdi is in the chat. I'm an old man, he says. I got you by 20 years, sweetheart. Mahdi, I think that you've already made your way through this chat. I think you've already run through the chat. You need to maybe get out of the chat and stop. Do y'all remember the last time we heard from Mr. Mahdi? Where was he at? He was at Linda's house. She called in like she normally does, and we heard a man in the background. We were like, I was like, oh, Linda, who was that? Because whenever you guys call me, if I hear somebody in the background, I want to know who it is, and sometimes I ask to speak to that person.
What do you mean by that?
And so Linda called, and she did her thing. Hello, Professor. Good morning, Truth Nation. Good, whatever she says, right? And I heard in the background, I was like, Linda, who was that? Nobody. I said,
accusations.
Who do you have at your house, Linda? I don't got nobody. Who would you mean, Sherwin? I said, put him on the phone. He said, hey, Sherwin, this is Mr. Mahdi. I'm just over here cleaning Linda's pipes. She need to get her pipes. I'm here. I'm the pipe man.
He did not say that.
I got to get these pipes.
He did.
I got to fix
Zach said he really said that. He really was cleaning Miss Linda's pipes.
He was doing something over there, some maintenance work. She needs some maintenance now.
God, nasty.
Giving her oil change, something.
Oh, clean pipes or a laying pipe?
I don't know what he was. I wasn't there, man. I was doing my job. I was at work, and they was over there having a pipe fest.
Oh, Miss Linda.
This is also the same Linda that says she wants to get a room at the Pfister. Do y'all understand this is a sophisticated, classy event? I'm here raising money for Act Housing, and y'all want to have a freak off.
Ain't Miss Linda the one that said she liked to have sex in the back of a car during the rain?
She sure in the hell did talk about she's celibate.
Oh, Miss Linda. Miss Linda.
They don't have this on upstairs playing in the corporate office.
I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure Emily or Scalzo is listening, but they love the show. Upper management loves the show.
What happens is they tell you that, and then I'm gonna tell you how it happens. So I'll conclude the show at noon. Kyle will come in here. I'll walk out, and all of them will be standing right at the end of the hallway. And they always have that look on their face. It's like a muted smile. That means you're fired. It's like,
No, like my meeting, Skiles will say he absolutely loves the show.
he may have loved a show
No,
that week.
Scalzo said he loves the show.
Well,
We have the biggest numbers.
that don't mean anything.
Yes, it does.
Oh, I know. Trust me, dude. No, you'll find out. Numbers don't mean nothing. You have to get numbers the right way. You have to get do the right path to get, and whatever numbers you get by doing the right thing, because you got to do the right thing first. You got to follow the guidelines and the rules and
Oh,
the
gosh.
structure.
Sherwin, you're not going anywhere.
We'll see. Today we went right up against the line. Right up against the. Who is this now? Another freak. It's the freak line. The freak off line. 833-212-1017. Tell us your fantasy. What's your fantasy? Let's see. Zuri says, "Oh, think I thought he was being chased by a white woman." You guys didn't hear my role play? I started yesterday's show with a role play where I was a runaway slave, and I stumbled upon a Native American reservation, and I'm hiding in the forest, and I'm looking at this Native American reservation, and all of a sudden a young Indian girl spots me, and she waves at me to come over. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm a runaway slave. And she catches me in the woods, and she says, no, come over, come. And I walk through the woods, and she grabs my hand, this Native American girl, because I'm a runaway slave in Mississippi. And I found a Choctaw Indian reservation in Mississippi. And she takes me to her teepee, and I'm nervous. I don't know what's going to happen to me. I hear the dogs in the background. The slave catchers are hot on my trail. And she takes me into her teepee. And I'm nervous. But she tells me in her native language, her father is out hunting a moose, and her brothers are out hunting elk, and her mother and her two sisters are out gathering berries for the feast. And so it's just me and her in this teepee. Then she passes me a peace pipe. And I think you know what happens after that. Who is this on line one, Rick?
That is Gary. Gary has some positive things to say, and no, it don't includes a freak off.
Oh, that's good. That'll be a nice change of pace. Hi, Gary. How are you?
Hey, Sherwin. Good morning. You know what? I just want to call and say, man, I love your show.
Thank you.
And I really do, man. Keep educating, man. Keep educating the people, man. Of all of the talk radio hosts on all of the black radio stations, man, you do the best job. You really do. So I just want to let you know that I had called earlier, and I know I sound like my brother George, but I'm not. This is Gary. But I was calling earlier when you talking about affirmative action. You said a little piece on that, and I was just thinking because during the election, and a lot of times, sometimes I watch Fox News. You know, I was in the military for 20 years, so you got to know what your enemy talking about and what they're doing, and just listen to all these people talking about Kamala Harris and the press secretary Pierre and them talking about that they're DEI hires, and it just angers me, man. To hear people talking that way in 2024, to hear people talking that way like we as black people are not worthy of high-level positions, you know. And so for people, black people, maybe I shouldn't say this, but if you voted for Donald Trump, you cannot convince me that you're pro-black. Somebody that would look at somebody like Barack Obama and say that he's not the legitimate president. Anybody that supports something like that, I ain't got nothing for you. I'm sorry, but I don't. I just don't. That's just the way I feel. So, yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man, and keep educating the people.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. The last 30 minutes haven't been that educational, though. Not really. Not like politically. They've been educational in like a different category, in the category of freakonomics. What if Joe Biden, his economic plan wasn't Bidenomics? What was freakonomics? You gotta be freaky.
Freak man, yeah, that's you.
In 1972, I got elected to the Senate. I was young. It's a freak everything. Back then it was different. Yeah, I'm serious. Used to freak all the people. On June 29, 2023, the U.S. Supreme Court issued a long-awaited decision addressing the legality of race-conscious affirmative action. Nearly a decade ago, the SFFA, who was that? The Students for Fair Admissions, brought cases against Harvard and UNC alleging these universities' use of race as a factor in college admissions violated Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. In its challenge, SFFA argued that the Supreme Court's landmark affirmative action decision in Grutter versus Bollinger was wrongly decided and should in fact be overruled. Harvard and the University of North Carolina countered that they did not improperly emphasize race or discriminate in their admissions decisions, and that the use of limited race consciousness in admissions was consistent with decades of Supreme Court precedent. Where's the final decision? It's been overturned. I got the whole court briefing, but it's like 30 pages. So for those of you that didn't know, affirmative action is unconstitutional in the United States. And that's just, it's going to get worse from there. All right, let's take a break, shall we? Should we get this train back on the track? Maybe that's what we should do. I'll read some text messages at 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. I don't know what's going on in the YouTube chat. I think they just talk amongst one another, and I'm just background noise for them, so there's no telling what they're saying in the YouTube chat. If you want to see what they're saying in the YouTube chat, go to youtube.com or open up your YouTube app from your smartphone or other mobile device. Search The Truth with Sherwin Hughes or 1017 The Truth. Hit subscribe, and you will be blessed with all of the uncensored and unfiltered conversation in the YouTube chat. I'll be right back.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.